All right, boys, I'm back today, and we're going to be discussing the most annoying things about every UFC champions. First, let me start off by saying we might have the worst set of UFC champions we've ever had. Like, dude, the amount of boredom looking at this fucking screen and seeing the champions makes me want to take a nap. Either way, let's get right into it, starting off with flyweight. Alexandre Pantoja. What can I say about him or really the whole division? There's no aura around flyweight. It's boring. I don't get excited for a flyweight title fight. You already know if Alexandre Pantoja is headlining a pay-per-view card, it's going to sell like 20,000 pay-per-view buys, and he's just going to camp in half guard to a 49-46 decision against whoever he fights. I don't know what to say, dude. He's not very exciting. Yeah, he has a cool story that he got all the way to the championship, but dude, your shtick is up. You're boring. I don't care about flyweight. I don't care about Alexandre Pantoja. Like, bro, I don't even, like, he could fight King Kong next knockdown and I wouldn't care. Like, I just wouldn't. There's nothing exciting about this division. Yes, I see he has 11 first-round finishes. That doesn't excite me, bro. I guess flyweights are just too small. I guess I'm on my casual game. Just your typical casual. I don't like flyweight fights, bro. Anyways, let's move on to Merab Dvalishvili. Merab. Oh, my goodness, Merab. Merab has literally decisioned his way all the way to UFC champion status. Bro has one finish in the UFC, and that was against Marlon Moraes. Bro, my grandma could finish Marlon Moraes. It's not impressive. It never was impressive. First of all, Marlon Moraes looks like Mr. Clean, but Merab looks like a goblin, so that's not saying much. Merab's fight, bro, they should have knew better than to put Merab at the fucking Sphere against Sean O'Malley and think that O'Malley, I know I predicted O'Malley to KO him, but looking back, it's we should have known that fucking Merab would just knee him in the thigh to a decision. That should have been more predictable, but I was just hoping that I was wrong. But no. I had to be right. I mean, I was hoping that I was, right about the prediction that Sean O'Malley was going to KO him. But no, I just had to be wrong. Fucking Merab just sat there and knee Sean O'Malley, kissing him on the back and not showing any face to finish the fight whatsoever. No submission threat, no knockout threat. Dude's just bouncing around the octagon on a trampoline. The thing I don't like about Merab is that I don't feel like he's good. Like, if Merab didn't have cardio, he would be one of the worst fighters in the UFC. He has mediocre striking. His grappling is not that great. The only reason his takedowns are good is because he has an unlimited cardio. Don't even get me started on why I think that is. But Merab, dude, he's a little entertaining outside the octagon with his skits and whatnot, but I just don't get excited for a Merab fight because you already know it's going to be a decision. Like, bro, his fight against Petr Yan was one of the most frustrating fights to ever watch. So what are the annoying things about Merab? He fights the decision every time outside of Marlon Moraes. He has no threat to finish the fight. He's boring, and he's ducking Umar, even though he's kind of agreed to fight him. But, yeah. Let's move on. Next up, Ilia Topuria. Man, first of all, the thing that annoys me about Ilia Topuria is whenever he first won the belt, bro was talking about how he wasn't going to fight any of the contenders. Saying he's not fighting Max Holloway, Brian Ortega, not fighting Volkanovski in a rematch. They don't deserve it. He's just going to go fight Conor McGregor or Islam. Like, bro, who do you think you are? First of all, you look like you wear makeup. Your tattoos are a direct knockoff of Conor McGregor's tattoos. You're not Conor McGregor, even though recently he's gone out and said that he doesn't even want to fight Conor McGregor anymore because it's not even the biggest fight. Bro, who is a bigger fight than coked up Conor McGregor right now? Tell me. No one. Ilia Topuria just needs to shut up and fight people. He fights Max Holloway next month at UFC 308. And man, the beauty I would pay to see Max Holloway fucking starch this dude. Like, imagine Max Holloway starching Ilia Topuria in the first round. Probably not going to happen. Another thing that's annoying about Topuria is that he's overly cocky, which I can respect, I guess. It makes it more exciting. He puts a lot on the line. But, man, just something about this dude. Hearing this dude say he's going to smoke Volkanovski and changing his Instagram profile to the world champion before he even beat Volk. And now he's saying he's going to go out there and knock Max Holloway out in the first round. Like, you little cocky fucker. Either way, Ilia Topuria, he's good, dude. He's got some of the best striking in the UFC. I can't deny it. Some of the best cardio, but man, he's a dickhead. But yeah, let's move on. Islam Makhachev. What is there to say about Islam? I think what I can say about Islam is what I can say about all the Dagestani fighters. And I guess it's been better recently, but just the fact that they don't fight often enough. Yes, I know they have Ramadan in springtime, but bro, there's 9 other months out the year. And these guys, another thing I don't like about Islam, and this is all Dagestani fighters, this really pisses me off. They don't take any risk whatsoever. No wonder all these motherfuckers are undefeated. Like, bro, 26-1, yeah, because if their weight cut's not perfect, if their training camp's not perfect, if If they don't have 2 years notice to fight somebody, bro, they're not fighting them. And that's always been Russian fighters. They don't take any risk, which is why, and obviously they're good. They've been wrestling their whole life, but that's why they have a really high chance to win all their fights, because they don't take a lot of risk. And yes, that's not the only reason they win their fights. They win their fights because they're amazing. Islam's one of the best strikers and grapplers in the UFC, but you get the point. He used to not fight often enough, just once a year. He's not going to fight until January against Arman. I get it. Another thing that annoys me about Islam is just because Belal became champion, now he's not going to go up and fight him for double champ status. I'm so tired of being in the hand-holding championship. Like, bro, it's the UFC. Stop talking about brother. He's my brother. I will not fight Belal. I don't care about that, bro. Let's see the fight. I would love to see Islam starch Belal. That'll be beautiful. But no, we're not going to get it because they train together. Speaking of Belal, easily my least favorite champion in the UFC, Belal Muhammad. What doesn't annoy me about this motherfucker? I don't like the way he looks. I don't like the way he talks. I don't like the way he fights. I don't like the way he grapples. I don't like nothing about Belal. I don't like his fighting style. He genuinely should change his name to Remember the Decision. Because if there's anything guaranteed in life, it's that Belal Muhammad's going to fight to a fucking decision. I mean, look at his record. 24-3, and he has 6 finishes. That's 27 fights. 21 times this dude has been to decision. Belal Muhammad fights like he has money on himself to win by decision. It even took him like 28,000 punches to finish Sean Brady on the feet, and he still didn't drop him. This dude's like the least powerful champion in UFC history. Pillow hands, doesn't have submission threat or ability, doesn't have exciting fight styles, no aura whatsoever. His fight against Leon Edwards was so boring, I could have took a nap. Like, I don't know what else to say about Belal. It pisses me off that he's 36 years old, and he got to the champion by just decision maxing all the way to the top. I cannot wait till this dude fights Shavkat just so we can see him get starched and destroyed. But how funny would it be, or as big of a meme would it be, if Belal went out there and beat Shavkat? Bro, I'd probably start crying. I don't know what else to do. No one wants to see Belal as champion. He's boring. He's not exciting. I mean, honestly, I'd rather watch, like, probably pillow fighting championship than watch Belal. That'd be a good spot for him. Belal Muhammad in the pillow fighting championship. He probably would be more entertaining. But let's move on. I can write a book about how much this dude annoys me. Dricus du Plessis. What annoys me about this dude? Well, first off, he looks like he's fighting underwater. Chin straight up in the air, winging punches. And this dude has found a way to make it all the way to the title. Fluked his way all the way to the title. Fluke win over Robert Whittaker. No, I'm just kidding. He's not fluking wins. But what's up with this goofy motherfucker, dude? He fights like he's going to get KO'd in the first round every fight. And somehow he manages to fight all the way to the end, to decision, and beat the opponent, or he finishes him. Like, Dricus du Plessis, he needs to fight for the goofiest belt in the UFC. He's a middleweight champ. He's a little sus in the octagon sometimes, not gonna lie. Smooching his coach and not, bro. Let's leave that for the gym, bro. Don't be doing that in the octagon. But either way, Dricus, he's a little fruity, and he's goofy as hell. What else is there to say about him? Overall, he's a good champion. I don't really have too much to hate on. Let's move on. Alex Pereira, Poatan, fighting Khalil Roundtree this weekend. Now, what annoys me about Alex Pereira? Well, recently he was talking about going back down to middleweight to fight Dricus. That was super annoying because, like, bro, you got starched by Adesanya at middleweight because of the weight cut. What do you think is going to happen whenever Dricus stings you at middleweight, whenever you're draining all that weight after you've been fighting at light heavyweight? Shut up, Pereira. You're not fighting at middleweight. You're going to beat Roundtree this weekend. Then you're going to fight Ankalaev. Then you're going to go up to heavyweight and fight Tom Aspinall. 3-weight champion, then you're going to retire, bro. That's the plan we talked about. No, I'm joking. Pereira, he needs to stop yapping about middleweight. And then recently he said in an interview that the reason he didn't schedule a fight with Ankalaev is that the UFC thinks Ankalaev is boring, which I agree. Ankalaev is pretty boring. He doesn't speak English. I understand his fighting style is pretty exciting. He does get knockouts, but dude, after that Jan Blachowicz draw where he just smudge grappled his way to a decision because he was getting his legs chewed up, nobody cares about Magomed Ankalaev. Not me, not anyone. The only reason he's going to get a title shot is strictly on merit, not because he's exciting. So, Poatan, yeah, he's going to win this weekend. What else is there to say? He's a good fighter. He's a company man. He fights every few months. I don't really have too much to hate on. Let's move on to the golden boy of the video, Jon Bones Steroid Jones. Good grief. What isn't there annoying about Jon Jones? He's a steroid cheat. He's had one fight the last 4.5 years that he won because he lost to Dominic Reyes. That's the first thing. Jon Jones, the most annoying thing about him is that he lost to Dominic Reyes and everybody pretends like he didn't. Dana White even said he lost. to Dominic Reyes after the fight. And now Dana White's going on a fucking glazing tour, literally glazing and sucking off Jon Jones, talking about Jon Jones is the pound for pound #1 fighter in the world. Like, bro, we get it, Dana. You have pictures of Jon Jones on your wall. But I don't understand the hype behind Jon Jones' career. Like, he's fought overblown middleweights his whole career, and now he's ducking Tom Aspinall to fight a 42-year-old retired firefighter. How funny would it be if Stipe came out there and just KO'd Jon Jones stiff, bro? That would be hilarious. But either way, Jon Jones is a scumbag. I remember in UFC 192 when he fought Daniel Cormier and then he tested positive for cocaine. That was the moment that I stopped liking Jon Jones, because I don't know, something after that switched on for me, and I was like, man, this guy is popping for cocaine. He's probably on steroids. He's talking about how he doesn't really train for fights and that he parties and all this other stuff. Jon Jones has been on roids his entire career. Maybe the one fight he wasn't on roids was against OSP, and he looked like shit in that fight. His whole career is a fluke, and whenever he fights Stipe and ducks Tom Aspinall, it's going to leave a stain on his career forever. Bro, if he fights Stipe and he retires and doesn't fight Tom Aspinall, Jon Jones' whole legacy is tainted, in my opinion. Call that a hot take. I don't care, bro. Like, if he doesn't fight Tom Aspinall, he ain't shit, and he never will be shit. Because, bro, stop ducking the most dangerous fighter in the UFC, Jon Jones. We don't care to see you fight old man Stipe with a cane coming to the octagon. We don't care to see it. We want to see you versus Tom Aspinall. We want to see Tom Aspinall smoke you, and then you could really have an actual loss on your record, and then Dana White can stop going around glazing you. But either way, it's no secret. Jon Jones, he's annoying. He pisses everybody off. Nobody likes him as a champion right now. If any Jon Jones fans out there, let me know in the comments. I don't know who's a fan of this guy right now. He's obviously ducking Tom Aspinall. What is there to say? So I'll leave it at that. That's the most annoying things about all the UFC champions. I appreciate you watching. Let me know what I forgot in the comments, or what do you think some champions do that is annoying. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Appreciate it.